Hey guys, welcome to This Weekend at the Movies, the show where we give you guys our quick thoughts on the biggest releases coming out each weekend. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and today I'm here to give you my thoughts on two movies coming out this weekend, Blair Witch and Snowden. Starting off with Snowden. So Snowden is a biographical political thriller that follows a time span in the life of Edward Snowden, who is played by Gordon-Levitt. And it starts off as Snowden tries out for the army, then works for the NSA, going off to when he leaked classified documents of the NSA out onto The Guardian. Gordon-Levitt gives a stellar performance as Edward Snowden. Shailene Woodley in one of her stand-up performances that she's ever done. I liked their chemistry together. The cinematography is very sleek and stylish, showcasing some very cool looking close-ups and insert shots, along with some really very nice wide shots, and I really liked that they brought up the question of just loyalty in general to the US. However, the film is only interesting enough, and that is to an extent, because the film's pacing is all over the place. There are some scenes that just drag on for too long, and there are some scenes I feel like that did not need to be there. This movie could have been cut down at least 20 minutes to deliver a fast-paced, sleek thriller. But nonetheless, I did enjoy Snowden enough, so on my scale of not recommended to highly recommended, I'm gonna give this film a recommended. This movie is interesting enough to keep your interest, but the film does get a little boring at some times. And the next film I shall talk about is the new Blair Witch, which was my most anticipated movie of this month. Blair Witch is directed by Adam Wingard and written by Sam Bear, the team behind Your Next and The Guest, two films I really dug. Blair Witch is a sequel to 1999's Blair Witch Project, although some people have been calling it a reboot, which I can see why in the first half. But Blair Witch follows James Donahue, who is Heather Donahue's brother from the first film, as he goes off with his friends to try and find Heather after all these years. Adam Wingard does an excellent job of setting up a very spooky atmosphere as soon as we get into the woods. The sound design in the film is also excellent, giving some sounds that lead to some great sense of dread. And also the second half of the film is everything that I wanted this film to be. In particular, the last 20 minutes are a terrifying roller coaster ride. However, I couldn't help but feel that in the first half of the film that it felt like that the setup of Blair Witch is essentially the setup of Blair Witch Project. Although Adam Wingard and his team do a good enough job in the second half to steer away from reboot territory, although you can't help but feel that this feels like almost a retread of Blair Witch Project. Is it scary? Yes, but the real question is it better than Blair Witch Project? I don't think it is. But overall, on my scale of not recommended to highly recommended, this is going to be hard to score because for horror fans, I do think it's recommended. But for people who don't like horror films, in particular found footage movies, I would say not recommended. Alright guys, and that does it for this week's segment of This Weekend at the Movies. Please comment and let me know below which film are you excited to see the most in theaters, Snowden or Blair Witch. Let us know below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and share this video, subscribe to see more from FlickDirect, and as always, we will see you guys next weekend at the movies.